Hello everybody. Today we are going to discuss the laws of motion part 7, exercise 3C, where we are going to discuss about the simple numericals which actually based on the second law of motion, Newton's second law of motion. Now let me discuss the problems. First one is question number 2. Here the question is the linear momentum of a ball of mass 50 gram. So what is the mass of the ball? M, it is given 50 gram. So convert it to kilogram. So 50 by 1000 kilogram. And the linear momentum of a ball mass 50 gram is 0.5 kilogram meter per second. So linear momentum, it is represented by the letter small p, which it is given 0.5 kilogram meter per second. Now you have to find out the velocity of the ball. So you know the formula, P is equal to m into v. So put the value, 0.5 is equal to 50 by 1000 into v. So 0.5 into 100 by 5 is equal to v. Remove the bracket, remove the point decimal. So it comes 5 into 100 by 10 into 5 equal to v. So the required velocity is 10 meter per second. Here it is, the velocity is 10 meter per second. Okay. Now come to the next one. Question number 6. The question is a force of 10 Newton. Force of 10 Newton. So F, it is given 10 Newton. The force of 10 Newton acts on a body of mass acts on a body of mass 2 kilogram. So M, it is given 2 kilogram, and it acts on a body for 3 seconds. So time, it is given 3 seconds. And initially the body is at rest. So U is equal to 0. And calculate the velocity acquired by the body. So you have to find out V and the change in the momentum of the body. And change in the momentum of the body. So you have to find out change in the momentum of the body. That means delta P. Now let us discuss the question. A force 10 Newton. So F equal to 10 Newton. Force 10 Newton acts on a body of mass 2 kilogram, and that force 10 Newton acts on the body for 3 seconds. The body initially the rest position. So U equal to 0. After applying the force for 3 seconds, you have to find out the final velocity of the body and then the change in the momentum of the body. Now it is clear, since the body initially is at rest, so whenever you act that force 10 Newton for 3 seconds, so you have to find out, that means the body, it actually velocity acquired by the body 10 Newton, change in the momentum of the body, the mass of the body is 2 kilogram. Okay, so mu. Find out the acceleration. Applying the Newton's second law of motion, F equal to m into a. Find the acceleration. F equal to 10 Newton, m equal to 2, then a. So the acceleration produced by the body, that is equal to 5. So the acceleration produced by the body is 5 meter per second square. Now you have to find out the velocity acquired by the body. You know that relation v is equal to u plus a t. Now you have to find out the velocity v. Initially body is at rest, u equal to 0, a equal to 5 meter per second square, and the time duration is 3. So 5 into 3, 15. So the final velocity of the body is 15 meter per second. So the final velocity of the body 15 meter per second. Here it is the answer of the first question, v. v is equal to 15 meter per second. And now you have to find out the change in the momentum of the body. Change in the momentum of the body. Okay. Change in the momentum. So del P is equal to mv minus mu. So m is equal to m within the bracket v minus u. So what is the value of m? It's 2 kilogram. What is the value of the v? That is 15. What is the value of u? That is 0. So 2 into 15, 30. So what is the change in the momentum of the body? That is 30. What is the unit of momentum? 30 kilogram meter per second. This question is a really good one. This question, you see the 3 steps are there. Generally, if this kind of sum will come, it will carry the 3 marks. First part to find out the value of A, number 1. Second number is to find out the value of V, and the third number is actually allotted to find out the final answer. But always remember, in physics the unit is very important. If you write the answer with the wrong unit, then the marks will be deducted. Okay. So here it is, question number 6. Now come to the next one. This question is really a good one, this particular question. Now come to the next one, question number 7. A force acts for 10 seconds on a stationary body. So body is stationary initially. So it means u equal to 0. And the force acts on the body, on a stationary body, small t, is equal to 3 seconds. The mass of the body is 100 kilogram. And after that, the force ceases to act. That means whenever the external force applied on the body, it acts for the 3 seconds, and then the force ceases to act. And due to the application of the force, the body moves through a distance, s, that is 100 meter. In the next 5 seconds, the body moves that distance. This sum is also a very good one. Now you have to calculate first the velocity acquired on the body, the acceleration produced by the force, and the magnitude of the force. You have to find out these 3 from this information. Now you see that due to the application of the force, the body moves 100 meter. The body moves 100 meter when the force ceases. Consider this one. But due to the application of the force, the body moves that 100 meter in the next 5 seconds. So simply, the body moves 100 meter in 5 seconds. So what should be the velocity? Distance traveled by the time duration. I am giving here t1 because I have already mentioned here the t. So use the another notation. Now what is the distance traveled, or s? Sorry, s. Now what is the distance traveled by the body? 100 meter. And what is the duration of the time? 5 seconds. So 100 by 5, 20. So very simple. The first one, the body acquires the velocity in the next 5 seconds, that is 20 meter per second. Here it is. Okay, it's the correct one. Next is that you have to find out the acceleration. A is equal to V minus U by T. So A equal to V equal to 20 meter per second, U equal to 0, and the value of T equal to 3. I am sorry. I made a mistake here. The time duration is 10 seconds. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. That is not 3 seconds. That is the 10 seconds. Okay. So 20 by 10. So the acceleration produced by the body is 2 meter per second square. 2 meter per second square. Okay. And the Roman 3, the force applied on the body F is equal to M into A. That implies mass of the body is 100 kilogram, acceleration is 2 meter per second square, 100 into 2, that is 200 Newton, the force applied on the body. I think it's okay. I'm rubbing this one. Now, let us discuss the next problem. This question number 6, question number 7, these are very important, and this kind of sum also carry 3 marks. Now, question number 8, the graph. It is a graph shown. This is the 2 axis. Okay. So here it is the x-axis. And here it is the y-axis. It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is the time in second. And here it is the velocity of the body in meter per second. And it is given 0, 10, and 20. Okay, so here it is the graph. Okay, in exam no need to draw the graph because it is given in the question paper for your so that you can understand the sum easily. That's why I draw the graph. It is not important you have to draw the graph in the exam. Okay, now here the question is you have to study the graph, and it is given that the mass of the particle, which this acceleration, velocity acceleration graph, it is velocity time graph, it is given the mass of the particle is 100 gram moving in a straight line, and you have to find out the force applied. Okay, now this question is very simple. You have to find out the slope of the graph. Slope of this graph, velocity time graph, you know about that. The velocity time graph that gives you the value of acceleration. Here it is the slope. Now what is the value of this part? You see that 20 minus 0. So it is 20. And what is the value of this one? 5 minus 0, that is 5. So if you consider this triangle, it's a right angle triangle, so you have to find out the slope. And the slope of the graph, it gives you the acceleration. And the acceleration is equal to, if you mark it, that AB. So AOB is a right angle triangle, so it gives the result AB by OB. So AB by OB, what is the value of AB? 20 minus 0. And what is the value of OB? That is 5 minus 0. So 20 by 5, that is 4 meter per second square. It is the acceleration produced by the particle. You can find it out by finding the slope of the graph. Then move to the next part, F equal to M into A. Now the mass is 100 gram, convert it to kilogram into acceleration 4. So 4 by 10, that is 0.4 Newton. Here it is, this one. Now I will going to discuss the third one, next one, and that should be the last for today's discussion. Okay. Next day we will discuss about the Newton's third law of motion in the next chapter. So let me do another one. Okay, come to the question number 9. This is the last one for today. A force causes an acceleration of 10 meter per second square. So it is given acceleration is 10 meter per second square of a body of mass m equal to 500 gram. So m equal to 500 gram, it means 500 by 1000 kilogram. Now first you have to, the question is what acceleration, consider it m1 now and consider it a1. Now the question is what acceleration will be caused by the same force in a body of mass 5 kilogram. So you have to find out the force should be the same, but you have to find out the acceleration produced by the force when the mass of the body is 5 kilogram. Now let me explain the first part. You have to find out from the Newton's second law of motion, F equal to m into a. So here m1 into a1. So F is equal to 500 by 1000 into 10. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it comes 5 meter per second square. Now, it comes 5 Newton. 5 Newton. So the force applied on the first body is 5 Newton. Now this is the case 1. Now in the second case, case 2, the force remains the same in the second. That means you have to apply the same force, 5 Newton, but you have to find out the new acceleration produced by the body of mass 5 kilogram whose external applied force is equal to 5 Newton. So again, applying the second law of Newton's second law, F equal to m2 into a2. So that is 5 Newton. m2 means 5 kilogram. You have to find out the a2. So it's simple. a2 equal to 5 by 5. That means 1 meter per second square. Okay. So here it is, the today's discussion. This kind of sums are very common in ICSE exams. This kind of questions are very common for the second law of motion. So we will going to discuss the third part, that means the Newton's third law of motion, in the next class. Thank you.